Ikenna Okoro was Lagos royalty, a prince in a city paved with gold. He wore bespoke suits, drove a Bentley that purred like a contented lion, and moved through a world where champagne flowed like water, and every smile had a price. Love, for him, was a fleeting commodity, a game played with beautiful, ambitious women who saw him as a ticket to a life of luxury. His heart was a locked vault, untouched and untroubled. Until he met Amara. Amara was an orange seller in the chaotic heart of Ojuelegba market. Her stall, a vibrant splash of orange against the dusty backdrop, was her kingdom. Her hands were rough, her clothes simple, but her laughter was a melody that cut through the noise and grime. Ikenna, trapped in traffic, saw her from the tinted windows of his car, a beacon of light in a city that often felt cold and indifferent. He bought an orange, drawn by an invisible force. He tasted the sun in its juice, the sweetness a stark contrast to the bitterness he often felt in his own life. He saw her eyes, full of a warmth he had never known, a depth that mirrored something missing in his own soul. He was a man of immense wealth, yet he felt strangely impoverished. She had nothing, yet she radiated a joy that he desperately craved. This was a love that Lagos would scorn, a collision of worlds that seemed impossible. But as Amara smiled at him, a genuine, uncalculated smile, Ikenna knew his life was about to change forever. Ikenna became a regular at Amara's stall. He'd arrive in his Bentley, a spaceship landing in a world of battered buses and hawkers. The market women would watch, their eyes filled with a mixture of amusement and suspicion. Amara, initially hesitant, found herself drawn to his quiet sincerity. He listened to her stories, not with polite indifference, but with genuine interest. He learned about her dreams, her struggles, her unwavering faith. He saw the calluses on her hands, the weariness in her eyes, and the quiet strength that held her together. He realized that his world of privilege had shielded him from the true realities of life, the grit and resilience that forged character. He found himself falling for her, not with the casual infatuation he was used to, but with a deep, soul-stirring love. He loved her honesty, her kindness, her unwavering belief in the goodness of humanity. He loved the way she could find joy in the simplest things, a ripe orange, a shared laugh, a moment of peace in the chaos. He knew his friends would ridicule him. They'd see her as a peasant, a naive girl blinded by his wealth. His family would be devastated. They had groomed him for a life of power and prestige, a marriage that would consolidate their empire. But Ikenna couldn't silence the voice in his heart. He saw in Amara a purity, a truth that was absent from his own world. He wanted to protect her, to cherish her, to build a life with her that was based on something real, something meaningful. He started taking her to hidden places, away from the judging eyes of Lagos society. He introduced her to his favorite books, his favorite music. He watched her eyes light up as she experienced new things, her wonder a mirror reflecting his own rediscovery of the world. Amara, in turn, showed him the beauty of simplicity. She took him to her village, where he learned to appreciate the slow rhythm of life, the importance of community, the power of faith. He ate pounded yam with her family, danced to the beat of the drums, and felt a sense of belonging he had never known. Their love blossomed, a fragile flower pushing through the cracks in a concrete world. But the pressure was building. The whispers turned into rumors, the rumors into open disapproval. Ikenna's friends abandoned him, his family threatened to cut him off, and the tabloids feasted on their story, painting Amara as a manipulative gold digger. "Okoro heir throws away fortune for street vendor," blared one headline. Is this love or madness? His father, Chief Okoro, a man of immense power and unwavering will, summoned him. "You are destroying everything I have built, Ikenna," he roared, his voice shaking with rage. "This girl is a nobody. She is not worthy of you. You will end this foolishness, or you will be dead to me." Ikenna stood before his father, his heart aching with pain. He loved his father, but he couldn't betray Amara. He had seen the sacrifices she had made, the pain she had endured. He couldn't abandon her now, not when she needed him the most. "I love her, Papa," he said, his voice trembling but firm. "I will not give her up." Chief Okoro's eyes narrowed. "Then you leave me no choice," he said, his voice cold and devoid of emotion. "You are no longer my son." Ikenna walked away from his father, his heart breaking into a million pieces. He walked away from his wealth, his privilege, his entire past. He walked towards Amara, towards a future that was uncertain but filled with the promise of love. He found her waiting for him, her eyes filled with worry. He took her hand, and together, they stepped into the unknown. They moved into a small, humble apartment, a world away from the opulence he had known. He sold his expensive cars, his designer clothes, everything that reminded him of his past life. He used his business skills to help Amara expand her orange business, creating a small juice bar that became a haven for the community. They faced hardship, prejudice, and the constant sting of judgment. But their love was their refuge, their strength, their unwavering source of hope. They held each other close, weathering the storm together. One rainy evening, Amara told Ikenna she was pregnant. Tears streamed down their faces, tears of joy, of relief, of overwhelming love. They were creating a family, a testament to their unwavering commitment, a symbol of their triumph over adversity. Years passed. Ikenna and Amara's juice bar flourished, becoming a beloved institution in Lagos. They had two beautiful children, who grew up knowing the value of hard work, the importance of kindness, and the power of love. Ikenna never regretted his decision. He had lost his wealth, his status, his family's approval, but he had gained something far more valuable. A love that was pure, a life that was meaningful, and a family that was his everything. He had proven that love could conquer all, that the human heart was capable of transcending even the most formidable barriers. He had found his true wealth, not in the glitter of gold, but in the warmth of Amara's smile. Their story became a legend, whispered in the bustling markets and the quiet corners of Lagos. It was a reminder that true love knows no boundaries, that the most precious treasures are often found in the most unexpected places. It was a love song, sung in the heart of a city of gold. Has love ever led you to make a difficult choice? Share your story in the comments below. And if you find yourself in Lagos, seek out Amara's Juice Bar. To discover more inspiring tales of African queens, watch African Folktale Queens TV. Taste the sweetness of their oranges, and remember that even in the most chaotic of cities, love can bloom.